On behalf of the Nikkei for Civil Rights and Redress, welcome everyone for this wonderful gathering that we have here to observe in the way of a candlelight vigil to support our brothers and sisters of the Muslim American
I'm speaking
community.
as a member of the Nikkei Interfaith Group here in Little Tokyo. We stand with our Muslim brothers and sisters tonight and every night. Even though within our own Nikkei Interfaith Group, we reflect religious diversity, Christian, Shinto, Buddhist, and others, we have a unity of spirit and a unity of heart for the plight of our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Religion in its purest form can bring meaning and happiness to people's lives. It can bring us closer together so that we can live together in true harmony. Yet, two obstacles in any religion, fundamentalism and sectarianism, manifestations we see right now in our country, work to separate us even more than we already are.
NCRR encourages Japanese Americans and all Americans to speak out against anti-Muslim lies and attacks. At a speech given several years ago, Dr. Maher Hataut, a Muslim American leader, said, quote, "As long as there is one candle lit, there is no darkness," end quote. Speaking symbolically, he was referring to the struggle of the Palestinian people against occupation, that as long as there was even one person willing to struggle against injustice, there could not be total darkness or oppression. In a similar spirit, NCRR hopes that many candles can be lit.
I was at the nearby Union Station, not far from here, back in 1942, with a contingent of Japanese Americans to be transported by train to one of 10 American-style concentration camps. And there were few of our non-Japanese neighbors or friends, classmates, to see us off, making us feel truly deserted. I'm here to say that we deplore the senseless racial hatred, the offensive behavior, the outrageous diatribes, and anti-Muslim sentiment now being fomented and fostered by extremists, and to assure our Muslim sisters and brothers, friends and neighbors, that we stand with them.
It's too bad that hate is still for sale, and there's a lot of people out there that buy it pretty easily, like it's a discount. They go to their local discount store and buy hate. You can walk down the aisle and pick whatever group you want to hate on. You can walk down the aisle and pick whatever religious group you want to hate on. And there's people that seize upon that sense of American tragedy, candidly, where people talk about and know that hate is still for sale.
And the national anthem always ends with the phrase, "the land of the free and the home of the brave." Now, for the longest time I never thought about what that really meant. But what it really means is freedom takes courage. Freedom takes the ability to stand up when things aren't popular, things that could have helped our families during World War II, people coming out and standing up for each other. And yet, it doesn't happen easily because it takes a lot of courage to do that. But if we are really going to be the land of the free, right, then we need to be the home of the brave.
As Japanese Americans, we know what it's like to need someone to speak up for us. It's so great that an organization like NCRR brought us here tonight, 9 years after 9/11, to continue to stand up for Muslim Americans. A lot of people here have been doing this a really long time. And I just hope that when you all see us holding these candles tonight, that you also see it as a sign of passing the torch for the next generation. And we will continue to speak up for communities whose civil rights have been violated for generations to come. Thank you.
I'm humbled by your courage, I'm humbled by your story, and I am humbled by your strength. Your story is inspiring to me because you don't really have to look too far into history to know what it means to act on fear and the decisions that a country can make when they act on fear. I am so inspired by your strength. Your strength that you're willing to take time out of your day today to come and to stand when nobody else is willing to stand. That you're willing to light a candle one by one and break the darkness that others curse. It takes strength and it takes courage to do such a thing. And I am honored and I am humbled to be with you. I hope that this, like other speakers before me have said, will be an inspiring effort that will empower others to speak up and do the same. So please keep writing the op-eds, keep standing in solidarity, and keep working to give people without voice that extra courage to speak up themselves.
Aftermath of the tragedy that was 9/11, the American Muslim community saw our patriotism being questioned by fellow Americans while we were simultaneously subjected to bigotry and even hate crimes. It was at this time that the Japanese American community reached out to Muslim Americans, assuring us of your support as fellow compatriots, just as you are doing today. Remembering the mass internment inflicted upon them as a result of the hysteria and bigotry arising from the events of World War II, Japanese Americans immediately recognized what would become another cycle of prejudice and discrimination post 9/11, this time towards fellow Muslim Americans. In fact, not only did the Japanese American community stand in unfailing support, they wanted to educate Muslims on what to expect in the coming months and years. And just as Japanese Americans opened their doors, hearts, and minds to Muslim Americans 9 years ago, you have again taken the principled step of organizing a vigil against renewed Islamophobia in front of this museum today. This vigil is about more than the strength of our communities. It's an example of how a community and an entire country is strengthened when the bonds between its people are stronger than any act of hate. We hope Americans of all faiths and backgrounds will take time out to get to know one another, to focus on our similarities as Americans, and to find ways to work together to affirm the rights and liberties of all Americans. Thank you.
We're going to try to send a gift to the communities, the Muslim community. We're going to take, like Jan was saying, on October 17th, some of the folks are going to be going to the mosques, and we're going to give them a present. And we want everybody here, everyone here, to be a part of that present. Let's get there. It looks very nice. There's kind of a crowd on the side that's close to the street sign. Yeah, there's kind of people are kind of like doubled up. Could you kind of get into a singular line so that it can be like a circle? There's caps over here on the front towards me. Now there's caps on the top. Yeah, this is an exercise in looking at the whole field now. Okay? Hey David? Okay, looks great. Mario, does it read? Oh yeah. Does it read? Okay, good. Very clearly. Okay, here we go. We got a real pro up there from Ron Pacheco, Mario Reyes. Big smiles! Wave your lights. There you go.